This is the iCord KC Pro automatic knitting machine from Caydo. But what does it actually do? In this video, we're gonna find out. Caydo was kind enough to send this machine over for me to review, so it is a gifted collaboration, but no money has exchanged hands. On YouTube, you will see like the promotion thing ticked. That is because I was gifted this product in return for doing a review, but no one paid me to do it, and I have full say of what I want to say. I'm excited for this one. I am familiar with the brand Caydo, and if you are in the fiber arts community, you might be as well. They do electronic yarn winders. I have one of those. And now they have the iCord Pro. In this video, we're gonna find out if this really is the powerhouse assistant for all you fiber artists out there, or if it's not quite up to the test. Now, this is not a full review. I have not had the machine for long enough to do a full review. In this video, we're gonna do an unboxing. We are, of course, gonna try it out, see what it's capable of, and then I will be sharing with you some of the projects that I will personally be trying out in the next couple of days in order to do a full and fleshed out review for you in a upcoming video. So let's unbox this thing, see what it actually looks like, because frankly I have no idea. I don't quite understand it from looking at the box. So let's try it and work it out. Sorry if you can hear my dog scratching in the background. This is too cute! Guys, it came with yarn. Oh, Caydo, you know the way to my heart. I think my first impression, power cable, it's kind of it's an acceptable length, so it's, I don't know. How much is that? About 1.50 meters? So I'm in the UK, this is a UK cable, so if you're in the US, you'd get a US cable, of course. It's a nice cable as well, it's white. I appreciate when the cables are white because they camouflage with all my other stuff. Look at these beautifully presented instructions. They just show you in pictures exactly what to do. I like that. Let's try setting it up. Right now we are installing the yarn guide, which is this little shower head looking thing. Oh, yeah, so that just kind of pops right in. No, comes out, pops in, and it's stuck. Perfect. And you could quite easily get that back out again if you needed to pack it back down. So you press to tighten, and then you get a little toolkit with a screwdriver in it, and you just have to tighten the screw. That makes a whole lot more sense. And the screws are provided. We like that. This is genuinely so easy. There's a little hole there. You just pop the screw in and you screw it. Cool. Oh, it's like a little anglerfish. Look. Doesn't that remind you of an anglerfish? Okay, so now we're gonna thread the yarn. Okay, this is terrifying. No, it's fine. Okay, let's try the yarn they provided us with. This is beautiful. Put your finger there. Pull up. And there you go. So we're gonna thread. In order to thread this, apparently you just pop that up, put the thread through, and that's it. God, that's the easiest threading I've ever done. Wow, easy peasy. It comes with this nice hook, which is kind of like a crochet and also needle hook. So you pop the thread through, a bit rough because I already did this, but I forgot to show you. There you go. You thread the needle, and then there's a hole here, and it's massive, so it's not hard to get it in. You stick it in there, and then it comes out the other end. Cool. And then you need to basically grab your thread and pull it out from the needle. And then you take the crochet hook needle thing back out. You don't want that stuck in the machine. And now, let me move this so that I can show you. We're gonna do something here. Guys, I was struggling so much, and it turns out that this is so easy. It's just an example of if you overthink something. So you got a little handle here. You pull it back, and then this thread literally goes just between these two wheels. That's all you do. Let it back down. Ta-da! Okay guys, so we've gotten to the point. I did thread it, so apparently to start I'm going to be pulling this to just tighten it a bit, tighten the yarn. Cool, that works nicely. It doesn't rip it or anything, so that's pretty cool. Size 4 goes to gear 2, but we have size 3 here, so I'm just gonna go gear 1, I guess. Let's see how it goes. Let's see, what does a flashing light mean? Ah! When Caydo first reached out to me about the iCord, honestly, my first reaction was, what does it do? I didn't know. I'd never heard of it before, but actually having done a bit of research on this machine, it is actually really cool. It's a powerhouse. Once you start thinking about what you can actually use knitted cord for, all these doors open up. Ooh. Hey, what's this, buddy? Careful. That is so cool. Look at how freaking cool this is. Hello, what's up? Great boy. It is a powerhouse. That is such a cool thing for fiber artists out there, for market traders, for people who make crochet plushies and knitted dolls and artisan dolls. I just think it's such a cool thing. This is not meant to replace crochet or knitting as a craft at all. Think of it more as an assistant, in the same way that I use a Cricut to cut my stickers for me. I'm still the one designing the stickers. I am illustrating them on the iPad or in my sketchbook. It is my art. In that same way, you know, your crochet plushie is your art, it's your creation. This thing, it just helps you a little bit along the way so that you can focus your time on all of those things that can't be machine made. That's how I'm seeing it. And if you don't feel that way, that's totally fine. This machine won't be for you. But I think personally, it's just such a cool thing to give yourself a little bit of extra time. So let's talk a little bit about the different projects you might do with the iCord Pro. Because guys, I'll be honest, when I went online to kind of get some ideas, I didn't find that much really, except for the classics, which are make some cool cord and pull wire through it and then bend the wire into shapes. And that is a cool thing in itself. You can use those cool shapes as earrings, as keychains, as hair clips, but I wanted to find something else. And I do want to give a special shout out to this beanie, which I will not be making, although I think it is freaking awesome. A brain beanie. I will link the original creator in the description if you want to have a look at it. Who doesn't want a brain beanie? That is so cool. So we looked at the classics. Make cord, use steel wire, and bend it into shapes. That is super cool, but that is the standard thing that you see in all the different tutorials and things. I'm not really gonna cover that too much. I feel like you can find that anywhere. I wanna do weird stuff. But before we get on to weird, let's talk macrame, because actually this one, if you are a macrame artist, you might have already drawn the conclusion that this is something that you want. But you can essentially take any of those types of yarns, the yarns 2, 3, and for the most part 4, and make your own cord from it, make your own macrame cord. And that kind of opens the doors for the different colors and patterns that you can get in your macrame cord, which I think is awesome. There is possibility and opportunity here that is underexplored in the fiber arts community. But hopefully that made sense, guys. I didn't want to not mention it because it is such a powerful tool specifically for macrame. However, I know that a lot of you are crochet artists and plushie creators, and I have some really cool ideas to try out this iCord machine. In this video here, when we're talking now, I am going to share some of those ideas with you and some drawings if you want to try it out for yourself, if you happen to already have one of these or if you're planning on picking one up, and especially with winter coming up now. I think it would be so cool to make unique scarves and accessories for your plushies, especially with winter coming up, because you could do different types of snow animals or snowmen or snow dolls. How cute would it be if you had almost like a Build-A-Bear scenario where people can pick up an animal, a snow animal of their choice, or any kind of animal or doll of their choice, and then match it with, say, a scarf and maybe a beanie hat or something. It just adds a little bit of personalization to your stall, and that is such a powerful thing when you have, you know, Christmas markets or winter markets. People are in a good mood, things are festive, and there's an extra emphasis on getting unique presents for the people that you love. Now, I had some ideas as well if you're looking for something to start right now, and in fairness, you don't need the iCord to do these projects, but it would certainly help you batch make stuff if you are a person who sells at craft fairs and craft markets, because we all know Christmas is chaotic when it comes to market prep. It's difficult to keep up, and I think that the iCord gives you the possibility to outsource a tiny portion of your products or product parts, and that just gives you an opportunity to focus on those more complex shapes that simply cannot be machine made. Here are some ideas if you want to have a play and do some fun things. For all the patterns I'm going to mention now, I am going to have them linked below if you want to go and support the original creators of these patterns, and I definitely recommend that you do. I am the proud owner of all of these patterns. They have been purchased by me, just putting that out there, and I really like them. I haven't been able to make all of them, but who doesn't have some crochet patterns they haven't crocheted yet? Number 1, the Leggy Froggy pattern by Celestial CB. This is such a viral pattern and it just sells so well. Every time I've made them, they sell so well. And using nice and wintry colors, if you can get your hands on like a sparkly pine tree green, a sparkly white, or you could do a coal one, that would be so cute, like a coal froggy, and then give them some cute scarves. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. I just love the idea of that. If you buy the pattern, or if you already own the pattern, feel free to use my drawing as a color reference. You can, I'll have it linked below if you want to save it. The Mabel Chicken pattern by Oak and Marlowe. Okay, a best seller at markets already. But what if you were to make some cord and macrame a little basket for them, or like a hanging basket? How freaking cute would that be? Or of course, you can go the same route as with the Leggy Froggies and give them scarves. It's such a fun little spin on a viral pattern. It's such an easy pattern to follow. I highly recommend it. And number 3 is this Crochet Cow by Sweet Fluffy Stitches. There are tons of cow patterns out there. This one just happens to be my favorite. I think it's very well made. Instead of scarves for this one, consider doing a collar. So get some red yarn, make a collar, and then attach little golden bell attachments around it. Those are just some of the ideas that I will be trying out for the upcoming video. If you are interested in that, please hit the subscribe button. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. My name is Evie. You can find me on Instagram and Patreon as well. I wish you all the most incredible and profitable and exciting and inspiring creative Q4. Remember to check out the links in the description, support the incredible crochet artists that we talked about, and have a little look at the iCord Pro. Until next time.